to ask yourselves. Listen, if I have to become tarnished, disrespected in their attempts to distract us, and I gotta stay silent so the focus can remain on justice for Adrianna, let me be tarnished, let me be distracted. I ain't coming to cuss with nobody, abuse with nobody, argue with nobody to sidetrack us from justice for Adrianna. Our main focus is Adrianna receiving justice. Don't let nobody come out here and post nothing to get your attention away. Keep in mind, I made about 3 or 4 videos. None of them, if my memory serves me correctly, the videos that I made for Adrianna's defense, none of them got less than 4,000 likes. This is not a boast. I'm trying to get you to understand the impact the videos have been making. So think it not strange when you see these people trying to silence me. As a matter of fact, when the doctors landed in Guyana, when the doctors arrived in Guyana, I was not in Guyana. When the procedure was happening, I obviously could not have been in Guyana. So how would I be in Guyana when the procedure finished for that person to be in the car speaking to me, to tell me about what she experienced or observed during the procedure? If I wasn't in Guyana when the doctors land, how would I be in Guyana when the doctors finish? Take sense out of nonsense. I want you guys to hear me. Do not be distracted. What is their motive? What is their motive? Do not be distracted. Justice for Adrianna. A lot of international investigators are now giving this situation attention. The family are going a little bit further. Do not be distracted. Our cry must consistently remain justice for Adrianna. Let us keep posting. Let us keep talking about this thing. Let us keep raising questions about this matter. What is happening, they know we as a society, we like drama, we toxic, we easily distracted. So they're posting any little mixy situation with quote-unquote people with big social media platforms that are speaking out against the injustice. They're trying to put them in mix so that we can get distracted. Oh, we like this skin teeth, we like this chopness. Are we going to run with that? Justice for Adrianna. Understand how insensitive these things are. There's a family grieving her child. All of this that is happening is surrounding that grieving family and that child that was murdered. And these people are so insensitive that they would come out here and spread a colossal of lies. And by the way, Guyana Daily News, you are instructed to remove my pictures from your platform, to retract those statements and issue an apology no later than today. You are instructed to remove my pictures from your platform, to retract those statements and issue an apology no later than today. I'm in talks with my attorney. Let's move forward. Justice for Adrianna and her family. I go again. If you guys know me, if you guys have been following me, then you know what I sound like. It's simple. All I gotta do is go back and listen to the conversation with the girl and the gentleman. You even heard the gentleman curse. When have any of you ever heard me curse? Y'all, some of you have been following me for years. Y'all know me to be somebody that's curse? What is wrong with some of you? And what's even more interesting is to note, because, you know, as people send me the stuff, I ain't been bothered by it. I don't, listen, I do in social media a long time. I understand how social media works. So when people come and cuss me and stuff, it don't make me lose sleep. You understand? As long as my integrity is in check, I am good. But I'm checking some of the comments and to see some of the things some of you are talking, some of you that look like me. Satanic worshiper, sell his soul for money, this, that, that. And I'm like, how gullible have we become? That if people wants to distract us, they can use one of our very own. People who are fighting for the same cause as you are. The same thing that you're abusing for is what I coming out here and stand up and asking questions for. And they can use someone that look like you who are fighting for the same thing that you are fighting for. Justice for the baby. Not political, not racial, just justice. And they can use someone that look like you who've been fighting for the same thing that you are fighting for and put them out here and put some false thing. And y'all are quick to jump on the bandwagon and tear down your very own. When are you guys going to come to the place of seeking further clarity, for the truth? In fact, I put on the one of the posts because it's a sister. Well, not a sister. She could be a grandmother. That's besides the point, right? She looked very elderly. And I commented on her stuff out of respect for her because she looked old. Well, she looked advanced, whatever. So I said, you know, it's sad how gullible we've become that we're not seeking clarity. We're just running with everything that is posted in the media. She said to me, why don't you prove that it wasn't you? It's amazing that she didn't ask Guyana Daily News to prove that it was me. But I'm going to leave here because I don't want the focus to shift from Adrianna receiving justice, her and her family. When the doctors arrived in Guyana, I was not in Guyana. When the procedure was happening, I was watching the live on, I think it was Gordon Mosley's live or Travis Chase, somebody's live at Georgetown Hospital in America. So how could it be me that the young lady was sitting next to in the car talking about what she experienced during the procedure? And I was secretly recording her. And I secretly somehow leaked the voice note from America while sitting down next to her in a car in Guyana. I have documentations to prove these things. But still, it's not enough for some of you, you know, because some of you have these preconceived notions about people. Some of you secretly hate people all along. So the first thing jump out with people, you're using as an opportunity to get out everything you've been holding inside for a long time. I wish you peace. Second of all, if you have listened to any of my videos, watched any of my videos, you know what I sound like. It's simple. Go back to the videos, to the video. See, people have it over on TikTok. So if they do, we move from Facebook, it's on TikTok. They have it on thing and listen to the conversation. And then you tell me if the person sounds like me. Lastly, I see the post a screenshot to make it look like whatever, right? After somebody on this Facebook here named something with D. He posted it, someone sent it to me. My brother sent it to me. And I shared it back to my Facebook page. Obviously, me having a big social media platform, the person was calling and texting or whatever. I don't know because we're not friends, so it was a message request. I could not open the message because I didn't see the calls coming in messages. The person called one of my other friends, and she called me. She said, Laured, please take down the video. The people crying, the people are scared for their life, whatever. The people said I message you. So I go back to see if the message me. Yes, the messages were there. And so I messaged her and said, hey, just spoke to XYZ. The video has been deleted. She asked me if I know who's XYZ. That person she asked me about is the person that uploaded the video. All I did was share back the video. She asked me if I know the person that uploaded the video. I said, I don't know them. Someone sent it to me. Now, she was messaging somebody to ask them to ask me to delete my shared video, the video that I share from somebody else's page. So that's what they're taking to make it look like. Guys, Adrianna deserves justice. And let us not remove the thank you, Pretty Kitty. Oof. Why would y'all name yourselves these things on social media? Why would you name yourself Pretty Kitty? Anyway, sorry. So, whew. Yeah, so they asked me to remove it. It was removed. Coming back here, ask yourself this: why would Guyana Daily News or anyone else go this far to implicate innocent people in this nonsense? Why would Guyana Daily News go this far to implicate people they know in their heart of hearts have nothing to do with any of this situation that is unfolding? What is their goal? What is their plan? Is it to silence people? Is it to distract people? Or are they trying to scare people to say, you better not talk, because anytime you talk, they can come for you? Well, if that is their goal, it's an uphill battle. Because anybody know Lorette. When it comes to my friends, I ain't able to abuse out with my friends. I mean, if we can cuss, we cuss in private. But anyone who knows Lorette, I've been boxing since I'm 11. All I know to do is knock back. Anyone who knows Lorette, challenge me. You want me not to do something? Tell me you could do it, man. You got it. I'm going to become complacent. Tell me I can't do something. And what I prove to you, nobody could stop me from doing it. So if the attempt is to silence me or to scare me, you have an uphill battle. Again, I close. Justice for Adrianna. Let us not stop asking questions.
Could I have, Mr. Mohammed, could I have some initial comments from you on the situation? Have you been following it?
I think our children are not safe in this country. And right now, I think we need a new government.
Are you watching the president pass? Are you watching the president pass?
Asadin Mohammed, the political politician, yes, businessman turned politician, presidential hopeful, he is now saying that our children are not safe in Guyana and that it is time for a new government. Those were his words, his comments.
This man, president. The police that go block the door, nobody can go inside this place.
Hold on. One man talking. One person talking.
Y'all wait till my talk. Y'all hold up. Continue. Yeah, my brother. Got you, my brother. Yeah, crying that. When this place gets bright, the police come to me and say, take 5 of your family members and go search that building. Okay. And I was standing like everybody, and I said, why everybody can't go search it? Correct. I said, why everybody can't? None of me want to teach nothing there. Correct. I don't look, I don't steal it. Correct. One reason I'm there, my dad. Here, and tell me again. I'll be honest, I believe since I come here, I ain't going to place. You can't go in there, but you're feeling it, dog. Yeah. I know how you're feeling, my brother. Don't say nothing. Every time, right. These people tell me come and search me that. I tell them no. I said I'm not going to search me that. I say yeah, no with me that today. I wait till right here for you. All right. Go on, I tell them no. That was Andy, it was like, yo, I'm talking about it. That was around 6 this morning. Yo, everybody telling me, go on, Sarge. And my mind and my heart Tell me, Mr. Brian. Finalo. Finalo.
Oi, we do an interview.
Be quiet now.
From the weather planning, I was home.
Okay.
And I got a call yesterday, then I leave home. I leave home upset. I reach here upset. I don't show nobody me upset. I was cool. I was cool with the place.
Hold it.
Be calm.
I was cool.
How did it develop into them searching the pool one night, not finding her, and then all of a sudden?
Travis,
All right, one person.
Travis, I'm going to tell you this thing. People, we start the pool 12 o'clock. Why you listen? Almost 12 hours already passing me that missing. Then they tell me that it's Sachi, like some searching no building. That was my reaction to them last night. That was the first time.
This is my first fucking child, man.
This morning, again, about 6. As place get bright. As I always sit there, we don't know when we go home. Are we up now? We eat breakfast or lunch? I don't really care. My belly is full though. You hear what I'm telling you? My belly is so full I don't want to eat. And when the commissioner call and Auntie Dulcie phone, and Auntie Dulcie come and say, come. I walk and I go to Auntie Dulcie and she said somebody want to speak to you. I answer the phone. This long about just 9 going on to 9:30. He tell me he's on his way here. Give him about half an hour. Please quiet down the people them. I get up from there and come out here and ask the people them. I said, people, please give me half an hour, please. We have someone coming to reach us. Mr. Mohammed, Travis, from the time I tap and come down the road, and I decided to walk and going back. I stop and I sit. I bow my head. I get on a vision. They see me that in this fucking pool. I sit there and I see everybody. I saw everybody start running across there. That was just after 9:30, going on to 10 o'clock. You know what I'm telling you? Well, I see everybody run across there. Everybody said, look, this leg y'all in this pool. Well, I jump over there. I have to know I don't have a phone. I don't know what the phone at. I don't know everything. I jump in the pool and I look at my dark. I pick up my baby. I pick up my baby and pull my baby to the fucking edge. My baby heart. My baby. I don't have the picture, Daggy. But I know. I know when a person drunk. I know when a person drunk. I'm a country man. I bad and run the river. I don't care me change the pool. We go to the beach and swim. And I just sit and look at them. I just wait till me change to the beach and I swim. No. When I watch me there,
This is the father of the 11-year-old girl, ADRIANNA Young.
What is?
Where is he right now?
Last night, I had to ask the police if it's not a crime scene.
It is.
I had to ask the police why this place is in lockdown since 2 o'clock. I had to ask the police tell the family must go home. Why this place? The police said we can carry down. Now, when the police carry down, I was there. I had a friend trail the car. He come back and he say that person with the police car to the station is not there. And bring him back to the car and go home. Because he living right to the back door. I want you to listen. I was talking to the police and I say, hey, what happened? Are you left in here now? To go to the Nora to see if I see this man. So now every police will know work. God, I jump in my friend car and we drive to go to Lenora.
Was he there?
When I reach Lenora, I walk and go to cross the bridge. Open the gate, it's me alone. A policeman come to me at the gate, back the gate. I said, what happened? I said, I'm here to just see if somebody is in there. No, I don't want you to come here, you have problem, you have this and you have that kind of thing. The police tell me, pushing the gate for me, lock the gate. I stand up there. I said, so I can't see this man will come see this. Say, yeah. Hey, stand by the window. The man stand by the window, and I stand up like this and I recognize him. I recognize the person. I say, okay, I come back here. So I come back here, I stand up there. So I come back, I stand up, pray for 3 times, I stand up. Then come out, I still stand up.
I need to ask you a pointed question though. What do you believe happened to your daughter? You.
I like to tell you, Travis, the owner for this hotel, the staff for the hotel, the people working with the hotel, the people who went to the hotel last night, because I want to listen, the boss wasn't there last night. So I want you to listen to me. The boss for the hotel wasn't there last night. So how would that body reach downstairs in the pool? Gotta be. It's just somebody who was working there last night.
You had people in the other building, Mr.
He had more on one person. Why everybody? Ask that question. Why everybody in the building get whole? So all for investigation. None of that happened. Why the staff don't get whole? None of that happened. I ain't seen on the staff. I ain't seen nobody. Since I haven't seen the boss, I didn't see back the boss up to now. I ain't know nothing. I haven't seen me that body for being leaving. But I know me that was in here. And I was never leaving till I find that body.
Not the first time.
So that's the father of the 11-year-old girl. You heard his story. He believes that his daughter was murdered.
Because somebody died inside here, the cameras never work. Every year. They said that the young lady come out and
issue a wanted bulletin for Assistant Commissioner Khalid Mandal. I say this because when this issue with Adrianna began, the police was called in, and the commander told this nation that they had video evidence of this young lady leaving the hotel. That turned out not to be true. If you are accusing nurse Tiana Lois King of creating public mischief and attempting to pervert and obstruct the course of justice, then the same thing should occur for the assistant commissioner. Because the assistant commissioner, by providing false information, can be considered one of the sources of the protests that follow at the W.P.A hotel. And so if we are to deal with all in a fair way, then Mandal should be charged. I hold no brief for Tiana Lois King. But what I do know is that if she is to be charged, then Mandal should be charged because it is the similar act that both of them would have committed. And in the case of Mandal, it was in the public domain long before. So I repeat, the Ghana Police Force must be fair, stop being political, and ensure that the issue wanted bulletin for Khalid Mandal and subsequently charge him for creating public mischief and attempting to pervert and obstruct the course of justice. This will be the beginning of the march towards justice for Adrianna Young. The police force must act now. I thank you.
This message is to Sir Brian Young, Adrianna Young father. Condolences to the passing.
The police force must immediately issue a wanted bulletin for Assistant Commissioner Khalid Mandal. I say this because when this issue with Adrianna began, the police was called in, and the commander told this nation that they had video evidence of this young lady leaving the hotel. That turned out not to be true. If you are accusing nurse Tiana Lois King of creating public mischief and attempting to pervert and obstruct the course of justice, then the same thing should occur for the assistant commissioner. Because the assistant commissioner, by providing false information, can be considered one of the sources of the protests that follow at the W.P.A hotel. And so if we are to deal with all in a fair way, then Mandal should be charged. I hold no brief for Tiana Lois King. But what I do know is that if she is to be charged, then Mandal should be charged because it is the similar act that both of them would have committed. And in the case of Mandal, it was in the public domain long before. So I repeat, the Ghana Police Force must be fair, stop being political, and ensure that the issue wanted bulletin for Khalid Mandal and subsequently charge him for creating public mischief and attempting to pervert and obstruct the course of justice. This will be the beginning of the march towards justice for Adrianna Young.
Mr. McBean, you're the most senior officer on the ground. Why is it that the police standing up here and just allowing this to happen?
We are advising them because it's unsafe for everyone, the police and the civilians. So we have advised them. I was talking to them for them to desist from going in because the smoke is dangerous to all of us. Right? You realize I'm taking precautions? Good. I would have asked the people who are doing that, and out of the police for advice, they are proceeded.
What is the next operational procedure for the police?
Try to de-escalate this situation as much as we can.
The investigations last evening when this girl was reported missing.
I would not be able to comment on the investigation.
You're part of the top command of the police force. You must have been briefed.
Not to that extent to speak to you. All right, I am dealing with the operational issue on the ground, which we are dealing with, which I would have spoken to you all.
And you expect this situation to be de-escalated soon?
Yeah, it will be de-escalated. Thank you.
That is Deputy Police Commissioner Simon McBean, and he said that he has advised them that the smoke that is billowing from the building is dangerous and that they must disperse. I understand that backup has been summoned. We see the fire truck now making a move into the crowd to try to extinguish the blaze. Case. Yes, man. Trying to de-escalate the situation.
On one side there, see what's happening on the well, maybe I didn't get the entire thing, but I picked up on that. So I thought I'll clarify that. But you know, once the body is taken by the police and taken, I don't know that you can say that the police had custody of the body. Is that a case where the body would have been guarded by the police until such time?
Well, exactly. That's the impression he gave, that because he said later on in that broadcast, we don't have time to listen to the entire thing. It's 19 minutes. But later on in there, he said that at all times the body was in the police custody until the autopsy. And now that the autopsy has been done, it was handed over back to the police, sorry, to the family, or handed over to the family, and that the government doesn't know if anything happened to the body. So that's why they were questioning a second autopsy. Now, when he said it was sealed in a bag, I'm getting the impression that the seal means the bag is closed and locked with some sort of police lock that only the police can open.
That is never so. The body is placed in the body bag, if they say it's placed in the body bag, and then it's taken to the funeral home in this case. But then the police don't, they actually hand it over to the
parlor.
The parlor, and that's it.
So the bag is zipped up and that's it. There's no lock place on it that you know.
There's no lock. The next time the police would see the body is when someone go to witness the post-mortem examination.
So you think that that's they're being misleading there when they said it was sealed by the police?
He's being misleading. He's being disingenuous, because once that body is placed in the bag by whoever, and certainly not the police would have placed it in the bag. I am sure, even though I was not there, I know the process and the protocol. The attendants at the hospital would have placed it in the bag. It would have then been taken from the hospital to Ezekiel. I am not even sure in that process a police would have escorted that body to to Ezekiel funeral home. So the Minister of Health, Dr. Frank Anthony, I think is trying to mislead people in terms of the sequence of events. And
so before I bring in,
I think that is deliberate. I think that is deliberate.
So before I bring in Dr. Todd, I want you to listen to this video by Francis Bailey, repeating what he was told by the family that completely contradicts the Minister of Health. Dr. Todd, take it away. He's saying, and I've confirmed two things. The family went to Ezekiel Funeral Home the day before the autopsy, and voila, there's Dr. Nihal Singh, the government pathologist who was not involved in this case in any way. He was not contracted in any way by the state or the family to perform this autopsy. But he is there the day before the autopsy is done, observing the body. But the Minister of Health lied to the nation and said at all times this body was in the possession of the police. And it was never interfered with between when it left Lenore Hospital and got to Dr. Bhawan Singh Hospital. Dr. Todd.
I mean, who better to know than Mr. Slow in terms of police language? But I was a former police as well, and I can tell you the language that is used when we say the body is in police custody, it simply meant, and it simply means now, I don't think the meaning changed, is that the family does not have access to the body to be able to take it and conduct burial. And so when we say it's handed over to the family, it means that the investigation had been concluded and the body is now ready for burial. And so once it remains a police investigation, I think the language used by the police, and it is if one wants to really examine the language, you'll find that there's no security, so to speak, of the body. Whoever secures that body would be whoever is the security at the parlor. That's it. I don't know.
Which is no security at all.
Yes, I don't know that the police is present and keeps the body on the guard. All right.
But that's, sir, let me interject a little bit. I know what you're saying is the truth. What the Minister of Health said is completely different from what you're saying. I mean, we could play the entire thing. He was addressing, so the purpose of this address, I surmise, is that he wanted to discredit a second autopsy. And in order to do that, he had to establish the authenticity of the postmortem that was done. And then he had to validate the process leading up to that. And in attempting to validate the process, he had to establish that the police had custody of this body. Nothing happened to the body. He gave the impression that the police was always in control. He used those words, always in control and custody of the body. So he wanted the nation to think that there was no way any discrepancies could have happened with the body. No way nobody could have tampered with the body because it was always in police custody. And I was laughing as he was saying that because we know the police ain't got no credibility, right? So that's why I interjected, because you're giving an accurate picture of those terms, but that's not what he did. He sought to validate, in my opinion, and I'm sure in everybody else's opinion, the process and establish how credible it is. And he wanted people not to question the autopsy and the process that led to the autopsy because it was authentic, it was genuine, and it was secure.
Well, it's just used, you see, and again, Mr. Slow, I think knows better than me, because when you deal with homicides, remember that the offense of murder is an offense against the state. So really and truly, the state keeps possession, and again, the terms are used lucidly, of the body until there is an autopsy.
Somebody's saying play the entire video. What do you guys think?
Well, we don't think we have time, but let me say this.
Right.
Let me take the sequence of events. This is, and not only in Dr. Todd mentioned murder, but also causing death by dangerous driving once a body is there, right? The police will cause the body to be taken to the mortuary. Not every time escort the body to the mortuary. Body goes to the mortuary. Then at some stage, the people at not the mortuary, I should say the funeral home. The people at the funeral home will take the body for the postmortem. This communication, postmortem is to be done. In the case of most times it's Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, the body is taken to the place where the PM is to be done. At the time of the PM, a family member will have been notified to go there to identify the body. The lead investigator, the lead police investigator will be there to witness the postmortem. That would normally preceded in many cases by the investigator and the pathologist. This is what we're investigating, this is what happened, and so on. And now when that postmortem is done, as was suggested, the body is then handed over to the family for burial. So it's not a case where the police have, let me say, actual possession of this body from the time it would have been pronounced dead at the Lenore Cottage Hospital to the time when the PM was done. I am sure, having regards to what transpired there, once the body was taken to the Lenore Cottage Hospital, pronounced dead officially, placed in a body bag, not by the police, I'm sure about that, and then taken to the Ezekiel funeral home, police would have had, first of all, let me make it clear, the police would not have been guarding that body throughout that process. They would not have been guarding that body. That the police had possession or something like that of the body all the time. That is being disingenuous.
Mr. Slow, I mean, you're a police officer. You have investigated these things for 30 years. Why it is that everything the police did and the government did in this case, or almost everything, was either a lie or sloppy?
But that's a worrying thing, and I've been saying it over and over long before now. It has to do with incompetence. It has to do with corruption, a combination of both. In this case that we're talking about, I am not too sure about the corruption part. Let me be fair to the police. But certainly incompetence to the highest degree. From the time the report was made, it's a series of incompetent actions right through, from the commander and perhaps even at levels above the commander. It is mind-boggling that a police divisional commander would have been on the scene when this body was discovered, and no attempt at all was made to ensure that that's crime scene, because it had to have been treated as a crime scene. You have a report that a body is missing, a child is missing, then suddenly, miraculously, the body is recovered. You have to treat it as a crime scene, which would suggest then that the place would have been cordoned off, all those forces there would have been made to remove, and importantly, you would have summoned the crime scene investigators and perhaps even the pathologists to do.
Please keep that squad their work. Please keep that their work. Please keep that. They run to there. And let me see what's going on.
We there. So Brian, he ran 10 representatives for more.
You don't get 10 only get 10 man now. You don't get 10 only get 10 man.
I don't want to start this people building. Let the police get 3, 4 punches to the start the building. But you got I want to be building. I'm not going to be building. Like this song.
You get some men for going in a source. You get some men. You get some men.
Same thing.
Currently on the scene is the Minister of Human and Social Services, Minister Vindhya Prasad, who is attempting to calm tensions. Minister, can you say how soon? Oh my, come back. Oh my God, come back. There's gasoline, come back. Oh my God. Minister, can you say?
Unit photographer and would have taken out all the photographs and all this type of thing. All the bruises, these things are taken out, close up, bruises. They said they had cut hole in the nose. That would have been taken out too.
Even before they move the body, correct?
Even before they move the body, that is the requirement in an investigation of that nature. That is the requirement. All of those things are done until when the doctor would have been sound. Let me say this. I have had many cases as a police commander where bodies are found. Earlier, Dr. Mutu, you sent for Dr. Mutu, was the government pathologist, and he would come there and then and do that preliminary examination. And he is the one who will then declare, well, time for the body to move to go to the funeral parlor. No one else. Photographs should have been taken and all of those things at the scene. Now, this is what we have here now. Nothing, no attempt to do that. And again, I say, people are talking about corruption, which means that perhaps people are even suggesting sums of monies were passed. I'm not too sure about that. But in terms of the incompetence, it was glaring. And I say again, the police divisional commander, Assistant Commissioner Mandal, was there and could not have ensured that the correct action was taken. And I wasn't surprised. I am not surprised because, as I've been saying, in recent times, many of these people are promoted. Incompetent people don't know what well, I can't say it.
Well, he was a bodyguard and the promoter, he don't know anything about police.
I know Mandal, and I have said on the program, in all fairness to Mandal, Mandal is a nice guy. I know Khalid Mandal. He's a nice guy, but Mandal doesn't have the training, doesn't have the experience to be an assistant commissioner, much more a divisional commander. I have said, and again, I'm being fair. I think I'm being fair. He's a nice guy. I know that. I know him to be a nice
guy. Don't get the work done.
Exactly. But then to put a man with that limited experience, and he's not alone, you know. He's not alone. There are other commanders who are of the same persuasion, perhaps even worse. And that is a serious problem. Serious problem. And then what happens? Because these people...
He described that process and then he went on.
What can you say to the people? Oh my God. Oh God. I know. I see. When we done start the building over there, you hear what I'm telling you? A phone that takes place. People left it and go back and exchange one of the trolley, one man that set the shit inside, and one on the liquor inside. And they bring down the one with the liquor. They even need a strength to hold you up. The child was not in the pool. I just walked by the pool. And the pool is not that deep. The child is not in the pool. But between when I tell the police doesn't even help him. I tell the police, I say, police, yeah, come. I tell the police, I say, yeah, go and see where is it that these people exchange. They exchange and watch. The trolley move from here, oh God, I could have come live in the building. No. Where's the life work? Where's the work? Where's the cost of a life? Where's the cost of a life? Oh my God. They put a child in the pool. They put a child in the pool. They put a child in the pool. Y'all coming in. Y'all coming in. Coming and bolt this door. I got to the pool. Francina, why you shut your mouth? They put a child. They put a child in the pool. Why you calm down? That's why they put the child in the pool. That's why they put the child. Oh God. One life work. One life work. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. Oh my God. When the sister there. When the sister there. Oh God. Oh God. Them vehicles and stuff. Them vehicles and stuff. What they do there. Oh God. Oh. I just walked by the pool. I walked slowly by the pool and I watched to see what I could see in the pool. The child in the pool. No, oh, they put a child in the pool. Oh my God. Oh. Oh. They put a child in the pool.
I don't know what yesterday.
This girl inside of the room.
I tell ya, I just get hit with a bottle. Come in, and the bottle bore up my foot. A bottle fly coming to the door and they fling them bore up my foot. They put a child in the pool. Oh my God! I just walked past the pool. I walked past the pool. I just know.
I just said that 20 minutes. Put a gal in there.
Everybody talking and talking. I fight that for everybody. It needs to stop going, let it do it. Everybody said you could carry it.
And this is it. People tell them to stop now. Oh my God, I killed it. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Yeah, I know.
Wait, I wanted to go, but the people pelting. I wanted.
Oh, no, I can go.
This is serious. This serious. They're breaking this place up. They're breaking this place up. Yes. Oh my God. I'm trying to see. Oh God. It's seriously. It's serious here.
This man, the police they went here the store, the police tell you this man, when they search that building, you had nobody. You are telling you, there was this man just after 6. Just after 6 this morning when we search, now we got I tell them again. When I come to me for going to the building, as the father come going far, after I tell them, I said no. I said, man, why are you going to the building? I said, you're going to bring me that up from because I know she like that. Everybody watching me like mad. Everybody watching me like mad.
Police,
whoever went in there. You know, my dog is this morning. But I thought, I feel it's the commission like that, because the commission still coming down. Commission we talked to this morning. And the commission asked me to let the people don't behave in this attitude. And I live inside here. I walk, I come out and I talk to people there. And I say, please, I say, yeah, please. I say, I'm begging you, yeah, just cancel me, yeah, don't do nothing. I say, yeah, clear the road. I say, the commander coming, when he come here, I get clear away. I want you to tell you what I was sweeping my life. As I walk off this road here, and I'm going back there, everybody start running to the pool. It's just after 9. Everybody start rushing to the pool. I said by the light post. The light post was showing right there. I said by the light post. We saw the pool, we see nothing. I see everybody running over there. And when everybody run over there, say, look, this little girl in the back. The people them say, look, this little girl in the back. And when I said the little girl in there, I jump off from there and I jump over the fence. And I run and I plunge in that pool. Look, my pants is wet up now, my brief, everything wet. But everybody start watching me that. I see man go, hold me that like they say. I push on the pool. Here I tell you, y'all. No, they had 4 or 5 staff inside there. And more than that. Yeah, tell you because I stand up the whole night. I see people inside the whole night in activities. People moving. I ask the police. Off me own. It's not a crime scene. This place is supposed to close since yesterday 2 o'clock when this lady are missing. The police was here at the moment. The CID. The CID trying to tell me. Now tell me now the camera walking. The CID trying to tell me. If he run the camera, he run the camera walking. The CID with the corporal from Ocean was here. Trying to tell me. If I lock up this place, I might have a work boss with you. That was the word to me. And I don't mean the boss conductor. If I lock up this place, I might have a work boss because I get knocked off. That was the police word to me. And I was like, what is police like laugh?
How many times prior to you finding your daughter's body was the pool searched?
The pool search yesterday when my family realized this girl is not around. One, and Sergeant pool is 4 sergeants, right? When I leave the pool, I said, well, my mom called me. She said, so Brian, we don't find Adrian. The one who she come home. I said, no, Adrian, not home, me alone at home. So the moment I was in the bay back, so I sit down in the chair because I had nothing to do. And I pick up my pants and I left home. And when I reached BURKE, I reached here, it's about 3, but 2:30 to 20 after 2, I reached in front here. Since I reached here, this mother tell me to go to the person and ask them if they see anybody like this little girl. But you know, he had 3 persons at the desk. 3 persons working there at the desk. God. And so when I go to these 3 persons and ask them, each and every one had a smile on their face, like something funny. Right? When I tell me though, when I tell them people they say, and then people laugh, I stand there. I ain't going to place yet, you know. I stop there. I say, you know what? I watch you over so. I watch you over there. I watch by the lumber yard. I watch you all over where I can get the camera picture from to show what if me that come out from this place. Because no show went in. Over there we get no video. Over there we get no video. We get a video from that blue house over there. Almost 6 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Just when the people then come home, check the camera, then when the police go and check the camera. When he started from 6, he must be done till 9. The police told and tell me they got some camera show some black ram.
Black and red ram.
Why you listen?
Black and red ram.
Some black and red ram with PSS 46 84. And this vehicle belongs to Carpet Harmony. I leave my family in front here, because my family them was there. And they asked me where I'm going. And I tell them I'm going up the road and make a fine spin. I leave from here and I went till the parapet, me and my soldier alone. And we drive around all over the parapet. Yeah, tell you, when I don't drive around all over, I went to parapet police station last night. Never say I went there last night because I make another report last night, take some document information from me right there last night. And I leave there. I reach back here about 11. When I reach back here about 11, just after 11, my family told and tell me, the police come here and tell them come have show and go home.
Exactly, that's true.
You hear? The police tell my family them last night, don't stop it for the people place, I go home, nobody there. Now me now. And leaving me belly, this me pick the make she. I know she's just baby, never go where left she. I know she's just baby, oh she fish she back. Yeah, tell you, I'm not for them, they don't do them things, I know is it. And I said, me know, we don't have to do. Because then people try to convince me now. Then people start telling me, you know, I be honest, I don't know for real, right? Right? But nobody can make me nothing in life. Yeah? I got a little brains in my head. Can't make me nothing. Here the people telling me, when you reach it, these people tell me last night, but 11 o'clock time, you know, going on to 12 o'clock, 11 to 12 o'clock time. He had 2 jet the police was there though, with the officer in charge. The officer in charge is the one who come and I said, boss, why you didn't arrest this man up now? It had to be almost 12 hours now when this man running up and down freely, this man walking in, I see people activities up to now. I said, this place is supposed to close down. The place is supposed to be a crime scene. And the officer and say, okay, we got to arrest this man. After arrest this man, I put in the jeep drive off. Jeep driving out to Lenora. I was standing in the office, I didn't leave it. I talked to the officer. The officer told and tell me, the people don't want to start this place. This was about 12 o'clock time last night. Why you saying? At 2 o'clock yesterday, or 1:30, or 20 to 2, when it's John missing yesterday. And why these people go and tell this the manager or whoever working there, they have a child missing. Why didn't they say yes, I just place at the moment? Huh? Why you have to wait 12 hours after when you don't know what you have to do, and your people them inside there with you know what you do? Because when the police take you away, you wasn't there. How my daughter body reach in the pool?
How we social last night plus this morning?
How my daughter body is in the pool? Yeah, explain to me. It gotta be. Listen, I tell you how the body reach in. You got somebody walking with this. Yeah, why? This cook up there. Everybody got a hand in this cook up. What you mean? Yeah, tell you. That's why I tell the police up the last night. Since yesterday, he started when they're supposed to get whole.
Everybody.
Here, up now I see the staff them know.
Plus the police.
Up now I see the staff them know. And then the next thing is, the next thing is, the people that was in that building last night, who had access to walk up and down, like the security and the next person, and he had a big strong guy over there in that big building was. I'm seeing, okay, I don't believe to be said the guests go and bring nobody down. I don't believe the guests, a guest in that room, go downstairs and bring nobody down and throw the body in the pool about 9 something. When the only person them who up and down whole man is the employees them. The employees them bring it down a little trolley with a white sheet and everything, and somebody told and tell me, look, the man coming down with a white sheet, and I like jump over there and I run and like pull out the sheet out this thing. I said, let's see where you got me. I said, why are these gentlemen bringing these things them down when the police was there? I told and I asked just so. I said, only when the police come downstairs, everybody from upstairs there
coming down in the elevator and pushing out. Eventually, about 9:40, we got the body up here in that pool.
The minister come here and promise people that the sniff doctor coming down. Right? And everybody waiting for the sniff doctor come down. Nobody can reach out to now. But when they hear the sniff doctor coming down, then people see the body. The bare drag fit body, bare drag fit Travis. Somebody had to got to hold accountable from the police right down, bro, with all due respect.
Must immediately issue a wanted bulletin for Assistant Commissioner Khalid Mandal. I say this because when this issue with ADRIANNA began, the police was called in, and the commander told this nation that they had video evidence of this young lady leaving the hotel. That turned out not to be true. If you are accusing nurse Tiana Lois King of creating public mischief and attempting to pervert and obstruct the course of justice, then the same thing should occur for the assistant commissioner. Because the assistant commissioner, by providing false information, can be considered one of the sources of the protests that follow at the W.P.A hotel. And so if we are to deal with all in a fair way, then Mandal should be charged. I hold no brief for Tiana Lois King. But what I do know is that if she is to be charged, then Mandal should be charged because it is the similar act that both of them would have committed. And in the case of Mandal, it was in the public domain long before. So I repeat, the Ghana Police Force must be fair, stop being political, and ensure that the issue wanted bulletin for Khalid Mandal
that was wrong at the bottom of the pool. That was wrong at the bottom of the pool. That's like a tile. Someone the tile on the step, it flipped. So that's the only dark object you can see. I guess it's underneath the tile from the rear light. And I walk around the pool. I walk slowly around the pool and say, there's anything in there we're supposed to see it. And I couldn't go like because I was up in the building when they came in and started lighting the fire. When I looked up in the pool, I stuck at the throwing the pool and see it.
What time she was missing? Like, what time you have an idea? What time they
got there about 1:10 and by 1:02 they can't find this child.
In the afternoon?
Yesterday afternoon. They can't find her and now somebody come up. Now she is discovered dead.
How about the shot? You just on her body and so on?
They gave they locked the parents out when I came here last night. They can't go in the church, the parents can't go in the place. You know, they're helpless inside the room. And I said, no, this is wrong. I gotta go and do a live video and let people know what's going on here.
Careful.
Oh, God.
Well, that's the wheel going like that. It's sad.
Where the owners didn't come out, they didn't say anything, nothing, they just locked away inside.
This is sad. This is real sad.
They told people off and they tried to go. Like she got some boyfriend and she used the opportunity as a loophole to get away. But the child's shoes were there. Her clothing was there. They were already in the pool. They're wrong. They're saying that the police saying that the camera footage that their camera pickup saw this child going to wrong.
What? And then they bring a bus by
midnight last night. They're saying that's not true. That's not factual.
The story changed.
Well, then we hope we get an independent investigation on this matter. Because as you know, you can't even trust the police to investigate the police.
An independent investigation. Where is mom? Do you know where she currently?
No, I don't know where her family is because
the mother might have
gone
left.
with the body. I don't know if they went with the body or what.
Yeah, I can't see one of the rooms that took the body away to protect the evidence. Yeah.
It's real sad. It's real sad about it.
It's real sad indeed. And
let me tell you something. Law enforcement know that injustice is in their back up. To bring all kinds of people in the like but we know that the baby, we had to see the baby before we left. No, it's just dead.
murdered the child.
Child dead, bye.
Come on.
So the people are still out here calling for justice, venting their feelings, and here you see the results.
It's quite interesting for me that in the political domain, the government is concerned about Azudin Mohammed And the president himself pointed out, I'm not sure that he was referring to Azudin, but he did say that in the paper shots trial, evidence had been sent to the FBI and they were expecting a response from the FBI. My own investigation suggests that the evidence that was sent to the FBI is video footage to be enhanced to try to identify the perpetrators. We have a lot of video footage here of the pool, and I'm wondering if the steps taken in the paper shots case, which is top of the mind because this was mentioned only about 2 weeks ago, right? I'm wondering if I use a tool 2 weeks ago to enhance video, I spoke about it, and I'm seeing a situation here with video showing nobody, no presence of a body in the pool. Why wouldn't I, again, step in and ask the FBI to enhance that video? So what I'm suggesting to you, Aspet, is that there are tools available to this government because we've had a post-mortem, which 3 experts say death by drowning, right? But that post-mortem does not tell us how the drowning occurred, where it occurred, what time it occurred, and so on. And we are still awaiting, details of the toxicology reports and so on. But there's other investigation that ought to have been carried out. And I've been talking about at least 2 of them, the enhancing the video footage, and we have not seen. I was not in Guyana when it happened, but I was in touch with journalists who were on the ground, and at no point did I see a video evidence, or did I hear of the fire police. You know, everybody is focused on the Guyana police force, but I have not heard nor seen any evidence of the fire police investigating the fire that took place, which is also important for this investigation. No evidence of that. So what we have here is a breakdown of the whole security apparatus. I mean, so the failure, to my mind, crosses not just the Guyana Police Force, but the Guyana Fire Service. This then rolls up into the Ministry of Home Affairs and higher. There are things that could be done because the post-mortem is only one aspect. The finding of a death by drowning is one aspect of a post-mortem. And the post-mortem is one very important aspect of the investigation. But there is absolutely nothing being done about the broader investigation. And every single day, you know, that site is contaminated. I've seen people go walking all over the site and so on. Listen, errors were made. And once there was a recognition that an error has been made in terms of handling this investigation. Hey, we should have locked this site down from the night she disappeared. Why didn't they lock it down the next day, even after the fire? To this day, it's still not locked down. So when you study that the Guyana Police Force, the ineptitude of the Guyana Police Force, when you study the fact that, as far as I know, based on evidence in the public domain, there has been nothing done by the Guyana Fire Service. When you study the fact that the site has not been sealed off, it shows that, to my mind, a coordinated approach and decision that this matter was not going to be investigated properly. And
Now,
that is the situation that we face.
Adrianna has galvanized the nation. Every race is supporting the family in this one here for justice, truth and justice. Adrianna case has become worldwide. It's broadcast on most of the major US network stations here. I heard it on the BBC as well. I heard it on the Canadian Broadcasting Corporation news as well. So Adrianna case is bigger than what one had expected. And I think she is a symbol of Guyanese at this time. So I'm hoping that the family gets justice in all of this, and the truth shall prevail in all of this as well. But I have problems. We at Glosman have always promoted equality, fairness, and equity, and everything else. And correct me if I'm wrong. Let me ask you the question. To date, has the fire service issued a report as to the cause of the fire? Do you know?
To my answer, to my knowledge, the answer to the question is no. I have not heard anything. I have not seen or heard of any evidence of an investigation by the fire service, and I have not seen or heard of any report by the fire service on potential cause of the fire. They should have been in there as soon as the fire was contained to look for the cause of the fire, the presence of accelerants, and so on. None of that, to my knowledge, has been done. And I'm also a little disappointed because I've not seen a situation with the local media or Fort Estate going after the fire service to ask these questions.
So no report has been issued by the fire department as yet. And this has been what, more than a week past?
Yes.
Okay. Now, as I said, we always stand for fairness and justice and equality here at Glosman Television. Now, I was made to understand that some nursing assistant